One song that really inspired the way that I write music by Barlow Girl was She Walked Away. Their song Mirror, the song Clothes, just really impacted the way that I think as a young woman, that I thought as a young woman, and now growing up and being old now, it really shapes the way that I write as well. Not being afraid to just say something, you know, just very bluntly and boldly. It really did impact my life in a good way.
I know you're here.
Rachel Lampa's Live For You and Blessed, you know, it taught all of us that, you know, maybe we can't hit all those notes like Rachel can, but her music was so inspiring. And the first time I met her, I was in the studio and she was in the room next to me recording, and she just kind of casually walked across like to like outside or something, and I remember sitting there like, oh my goodness, that was Rachel Lampa, and she was really sweet, and it was really cool to meet her. This album, obviously, sorry guys.
I am free.
Carefully with my Everlife stories because the girls have become dear friends of mine, and I'm about to risk being humiliated, even though they already know this information. It's just, I still get embarrassed. I was a member of multiple message boards and had multiple fan sites growing up. I had a Zoe Girl fan site, I had a Crystal Harris fan site. I was a member of the Everlife message board, the Barlow Girl message boards, the Zoe Girl message boards, the Super Chick. But I spent a lot of time on the Everlife message boards. My username was Everlife101, and I remember the day that I became a top poster because I made so many posts on the message board, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best day of my life. I get so embarrassed. Their song Evidence, the way it's written, it's so powerful. The song Angels Cry, so incredible. Let Heaven Open Your Eyes. They have some amazing songs that I still listen to. And to go from those songs being pivotal parts in my life and how I grew up and the way that I perceive, you know, the Lord, and the way that I, you know, consider dating and things like that. You know, Amber's married and she has 2 awesome kids, and she always shared stories when she was engaged, and as she shared those stories, they really did impact my life and influence the woman that I am today. And so I'm just grateful that there are artists out there that were very real and vulnerable and honest about everything that they were going through. Not to say that you have to share 100% of your personal business, but just honesty is so crucial and so inspiring, and it's shaped the way that I choose to be honest with you guys in my music and my vlogs and everything that I share with y'all. Another favorite song of mine growing up was Baby Girl by Nicole C. Mullen.
And she says, my mama just won't listen, my daddy still is missing, I don't feel I am nothing of value or worth. And I say, baby girl, get a hold of yourself, baby.
I loved how she just so openly sang this song to encourage a young girl, and I actually used to cover that song in my live shows for a while, and I'll probably actually add it back in the future because it's such a great song. It's just, when you love someone and you care about someone and you want to encourage them, you want to speak to their heart, then you just gotta do it, you know, you just have to tell them how you feel. And I really appreciated that Nicole always wrote songs like that and shared songs like that, and it was really cool to see someone who looked like me out there rocking it on the guitar. I was always really inspired by that. There's a lot more music on this playlist, from Avalon, half of Avalon was girls, to Jennifer Knapp, to Natalie Grant, and then there's some music as well that's not presently available on Apple Music, but it was also a huge influence in the music that I write now, and also the way that I received music growing up. Just for kicks, because it was, I believe, released in '91. I hope I'm not wrong in that, I'm so sorry. But just for kicks, I figured I would go ahead and just show you guys this because it is one of my favorite vinyls that I own. It is this song right here, Amy Grant, and on this like album is a song called Hope Set High.
And I can do my best and pray to the Father, but the one thing I ought to know by now, when it all comes down,
which I'm going to be like singing a little bit more at lately because there was a time where I was going to cover it. I did a demo of it and I didn't get to release it. But that song was really important to me because it was just really important to do a song that was released in '91, and I love Amy Grant, and then I was told that that song was '91 and I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I think Amy Grant's awesome, and I just want to show you guys this because I have my whole vinyl collection right here with me. Another fun thing about this is that I feel like this is definitely an outfit that Jamie Grace wear. would wear. I think I actually own those boots, which is really funny. I grew up listening and singing a lot of different like genres of songs. The very first song that I ever remember singing was a Janet Paschal song. It was called Born Again. It's a Southern gospel song.
Let me tell you, must have that fire and Holy Ghost. That prayer wheel turning keeps the fire burning.
My mom has always sang Southern gospel, and my dad has always loved listening to like Christian hip hop and smooth jazz. So the three of those genres together really kind of cultivated this quirkiness in my brain and this ability for me to love a lot of different styles of music. Born Again was one of my favorite songs to sing and is still one of my favorite songs to sing. It might be a lot of the reason why I love playing the banjo so much. My sister and I are in a country duo, so just having that Southern influence was always really cool. And then there was Valley Mason. One of her songs is actually the second solo that I ever learned how to sing, and I sing it at my church quite often. Being involved in my church was very important to me growing up, and one thing that I also used to do at my church was praise dances, which is like a lyrical or interpretive dance to a worship song. And one song that I used to dance to quite often was Alabaster Box by CeCe Winans. It was released in 1999, which I was 7 or 8 years old, so I must have been doing that dance from like 7 to 12 years old. And also in 1999 was a song by Virtue that Morgan and I used to rock out to all the time. It was like this. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
For your change to come.
For your change to come.
It was so good. To all of the incredible women who have been inspiring me ever since I started listening to music, whether I mentioned you in this video or whether you're in the playlist that I've made or Apple Music and Spotify, I want to say thank you so much. Your commitment to singing music and to writing music and to sharing music in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s was so crucial to me growing up. I'm not at all saying that it was made just for me, but I can definitely say that the lyrics that you wrote, the lyrics that you shared, were a huge part of me understanding that women can be passionate about their faith, can be passionate about their families and their relationships and their lives, and they can sing real and vulnerable and honest songs that represent that. I really hope that in some crazy way, I'm able to inspire the next generation of artists, to inspire young female artists, especially young girls that want to write their own songs and play guitar. I hope that I can be inspiring to them as well. And to any woman out there in CCM and gospel that writes songs and that sings songs that share about your faith and what you believe in, I hope that you know that anytime a little girl tells me that I'm her role model or that I'm her inspiration, my faith and my family and you are such a huge part of how I've become the woman that I am today. So thank you so much for fighting for the songs about relationships, for fighting for those vulnerable moments in your songs about dating or about, you know, body image or insecurities or hair or skin color or makeup. Thank you for writing those specific and those amazing, those incredible songs. They shaped who I am today, and I wouldn't be who I am without that music. I hope you guys enjoyed the playlist of a lot of the music that inspired my new album, 91. 91 will be available on 9/1/17, but if you pre-order it on iTunes today, you can go ahead and get some new songs downloaded into your library right now. So go and look at the link in the description box below, and you can download the new album, 91. For any more information about the new record, make sure you go to jamiegrace.com. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
To you, I'm one of a kind. You look at me and you say she's mine. To you, I'm not as crazy